Never stop reading Bible. Today, we're jumping into the Gospel of Matthew to follow the final, really pivotal journey of Jesus as he makes his way toward Jerusalem. Now, this isn't just any road trip. This is a path where his teachings get way more urgent and the confrontations become much more direct.
Yeah, countdown to confrontation is the perfect way to put it. So let's trace this journey chapter by chapter and start with the radical ideas that Jesus throws out there right from the beginning.
So, as Jesus leaves Galilee and heads into Judea, he doesn't ease into things. Nope, he jumps right into these huge debates about wealth, status, and marriage. You know, the very building blocks of their society.
This is the big question, right? A rich young man comes up and asks him this, and it's a question we all kind of ask in our own way. And the answer Jesus gives him is, well, it's both incredibly simple and profoundly challenging.
So, faced with this, what does the man do? He can't do it. He has so much stuff, so many possessions, that he just walks away sad. And this moment becomes this powerful, stark teaching about how worldly riches can be a real danger.
And this lays the conflict out perfectly. The kingdom Jesus talks about, it operates on a completely different value system. What the world tells you is a sign of blessing, Jesus says can actually be a huge barrier to what really matters.
Okay, so if you thought that was a radical idea, it gets even more intense as the journey goes on. In the next chapter, Jesus tells this incredible story, a parable, to explain the strange logic of his kingdom.
So get this, Jesus tells a story about a landowner who hires workers at all different times of the day. But at the end of the day, everybody gets the exact same pay. I mean, from our perspective, that just sounds totally unfair, right? The guys who worked all day get the same as the guys who showed up for the last hour.
And that's the whole point. See, this parable isn't about fairness, not as we see it. It's about a radical, unearned generosity that's just off the charts. The reward isn't a wage we earn by clocking in, it's a gift, given freely by a generous God. This one line just sums it all up. It's the ultimate summary of his upside-down kingdom. All our worldly ideas about merit and status and what we think we've earned, they're all flipped on their head. Greatness here is about service, not status. And now, the journey reaches its final destination. All that tension that's been building on the road is about to absolutely explode in the center of power, Jerusalem.
The moment he arrives, everything just escalates like crazy. First, he enters like a king, with crowds hailing him. Then he marches into the temple and starts flipping tables, an incredible act of authority. Then he starts healing people right there for all to see. And all of this leads to a direct challenge from the city's most powerful leaders.
And this is where you see his storytelling take a dramatic turn. These parables are not gentle illustrations anymore. Oh no, they are sharp. They're like weapons, aimed squarely at the authorities who are coming after him.
What's so fascinating here is how he's using these stories. They're not just lessons, they're verdicts. He's basically declaring that judgment is coming for the very people who were supposed to be taking care of things, but have completely failed. Through all of these actions, all these parables, he is making an unmistakable claim. He's not just another teacher. He's the Messiah. He's the ultimate authority, the very cornerstone of a whole new way of being.
So, after this whirlwind of events, what's the core message here? What's the urgent thing we're supposed to take away from this final journey?
This whole trip to Jerusalem really boils his entire message down to these few core truths. It forces everyone, the disciples, the crowds, the leaders, and even us right now, to confront what we truly value and decide where we're going to place our allegiance. So we're left with this really provocative thought, right? If this complete reversal of power and status is at the heart of the story, what does it mean for those of us who think we're at the front of the line? It's a question that challenges every single one of our assumptions about success, worth, and our place in the world. Thank you for joining us.